Well, hello and welcome to the Mind, Body, Soul Evolution. My name is Debbie, and we are now moving into our fixed signs. So, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. Taurus, this is your reading for Gemini season. Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. But a little information for all the fixed signs. Our fixed signs are our stabilizers. They are in between the cardinal sign, which is the first sign of each season, and the mutable sign, which is the last sign in the season. You're right in the middle. So you're more stable, right? But you're also can be seen as being a little stubborn or stuck, right? Like, or I could say a little set in your ways, so to speak. So this Gemini season for all of our fixed signs, you're going to feel like a clash of energy because Gemini is a mutable sign. We also have the full moon in Sagittarius, another mutable sign. A lot of energy shifts happening, a lot of things coming into light, into awareness. So you're going to be asked to, be flexible because there's some plot twists coming that may not even be revealed by the cards, but they're there. Right? There's a big shift happening, and then we're going to be going into Mercury retrograde at the end of June, without it being Cancer season, but we're going to feel that during Gemini season for sure. So there's going to be plot twists. You're going to be asked to step outside of your comfort zone. This is for all our fixed signs, but specifically for Taurus. Your focus is on finances, on money, the way you make money, right? The job that you're doing, your worth, and your personal values. So as the sun moves out of your sign, you're going to be focused on your material security and what that means to you, and do you have enough? So some of our fixed signs may think that they just will never have enough. But what is enough for you? And what does your material security mean? Money, housing, food, transportation, whatever the clothing. Whatever that means for you, that's going to be your focus to make sure you have enough, or maybe you have an abundance and you need to, it's okay to share some things out or even purge some things. And you're also going to be looking at your earning potential. So we'll see if anything comes up for you, Taurus, as far as a job change or a career change, and looking at your daily routines. Is your daily routine still suiting? Does it still suit you? Does it still feel good? Or are you going to embrace flexibility and look into something new? So expect unexpected changes, expect the unexpected in your budget, in your finances. Again, we talked about the finances, right? You're going to be looking at your earning potential and what you value in security. You're also going to be looking at your daily schedule and adapt to the things that are coming up. Again, expect the unexpected is your theme. So we have 5 decks. I have the archetypes, the wild unknown archetypes, and I have the guidebook because I do not know this deck very well, and it is in Roman numerals. So it'll take me a moment to find it. I have the Moonology deck, our tarot deck, our spirit animals, and our angels. So, Taurus, let's get into your reading as our first fixed, look at that, sign of the zodiac. Our first earth sign, our first fixed sign. So let's see what the cards hold for you as we go through this transit. And again, we have the full moon in Sagittarius on the 31st. So the whole month of May, the theme of May is full moons. Full moons can be the conclusion to a cycle, and it could also be the doorway to something new. So, if you tend to be resistant to new things, especially as a fixed sign, this is like your time to kind of broaden your horizons, open your mind a little bit, and maybe trust that there's something a little bigger out there than you to guide you through this time. Okay, so we'll pull 2 cards from here, 2 from the Moonology deck, your tarot, and then we'll go on from there. You have the Shaman, and you have your first card is the Shape Shifter. Card number 15, the Shape Shifter. So I will read from the book because it is, oh, I turned right to it. Oh my gosh. There you go. I just want to see what part of the book or what this chapter is called. This book is a very unique deck. Reminds me a little bit of the tarot, the major arcana in the tarot. And this is the chapter about the selves. And I will just show you like how this book is. So I won't read the whole thing, but I will get to the important parts. So Shapeshifter, and it's card number 15, if that number means anything to you. So this is the Trickster. I wonder if the Magician will come up for you today. The Trickster, the elusive, the formless. The ultimate shapeshifter works undercover in service of the greater good. The diminished shapeshifter becomes a people pleaser. So instead of working for the greater good under the guidance of the higher calling, right, we tend to become a people pleaser. Let's see. The shapeshifter is related to the mask. Notice if these cards come up together in one reading. If so, you are in the realm of heavy theater, illusion, possible deception. They did come up together, so that's fine. And when the shapeshifter is in its light, it is vibrant, adaptive, and humorous. Adaptive. So take that word in, Taurus, because, you know, adaptability is kind of part of the theme for you, right? Stepping out of your comfort zone. And then we have the Shaman. Oh my goodness. It is literally the next, here, very next card. The Shapeshifter. The next one is the Shaman. So when things go like that in sequence, that could mean that things are lining up. And again, this is still in the same chapter of the selves. The Shaman. This is the Magi, the Sorcerer, the Medicine Woman, or maybe Medicine Man. The Shaman can't be rushed. Working with this archetype requires a study and perseverance. Think of it like bringing or marinating. The content must permeate every fiber of its being. So, and this would fit really in with the personality of Taurus, being a fixed sign and taking your time, not rushing, and also being an earth sign. Contrary to popular belief, the Shaman archetype appears in every vocation. Teachers, directors, surgeons, politicians, and poets are just a few of the faces a shaman may wear. Very interesting. And the shapeshifter did talk about if the mask showed up. Of course, the mask is not here. But different elements, right? So let me read a little bit more about the shaman. 3 archetypal ingredients constitute the shaman, and all must be present in order to reveal its magic. First, the shaman is activated by long-standing and diligent study, the mentor. Second, its orientation is generously and accurately aimed toward the healing of the self. So that could be a little bit shadow work. And the other of the self, the other, and the culture. And third, the shaman has a knack for finding doorways to the other worlds. That could be where the shapeshifter comes in, right? If like adapting in order to find these new passages to other worlds. And I would presume this is talking about other realms in the universe. Could be other worlds within this world, because we have a lot of worlds within this physical world of Earth. So there's also other realms or other worlds in the universe. Interesting. This is will definitely get you out of your comfort zone. Taurus, for sure. We'll pull 2 cards out of the Moonology deck, and we'll see where you're going and see what this holds for you. I hope everyone is enjoying their day. This is Thursday. We have a nice day here in New Jersey. I was out walking this morning. I taught a yoga class this morning, and I will teach another one in just a couple of hours. Okay, 2 cards. First quarter moon in Virgo. Assess the situation. Again, this is like not rushing, right? Taking your time as a shaman. It takes time for things to come together. Assess your situation. And first quarter moon, both of them are first quarter moon cards. First quarter moon and Scorpio, release your blocks. Scorpio is your balancing energy on the zodiacal wheel. You are on opposite sides of the wheel. If you are here, Scorpio is here. So Taurus, I would look to see where in your birth chart Virgo and Scorpio land. Okay? I would also look to see where Jupiter is at in your birth chart, because we have the full moon in Sagittarius on the 31st. But Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. So release your blocks. Assess the situation, right? So you'll probably be very methodical about this, Taurus. You'll assess the situation and then probably through methodology decide what blocks you're going to release. So maybe be a little freer with that, and maybe let the blocks release that are ready to be released instead of you controlling that release. Just a suggestion, but we will see where the rest of the reading takes you. We'll do your tarot. So Taurus will pull 7 tarot cards, and then you will use the card on the root of the deck as your 8th card for your reading. And again, this is for a Gemini season. And it's always a good thing to watch your sun, moon, and ascendant. But since I'm breaking these down, well, I'm doing them individually, but talking about cardinal, fixed, and mutable, it might be, prevalent to see what the other fixed signs are going through. Maybe even your fellow earth signs. But if that's too much, just watch. If it's too much, then just watch your sun sign and your ascendant or your rising sign. That would be plenty. 2 of Wands, curiosity. Like, what's out there? And I will show you the cards when we get there. I like when the cards just kind of come out and they come face up. We have 2 cards face down, 1 face up. We will see what else is here. Well, 1 more, and we'll see. What is this holding? As our Taurus members, our Taurian friends, get a little uncomfortable, right? Get a little out of their quiet zone. Okay, Taurus, on the root of the deck, 10 of Wands. Yeah. Okay, this is about releasing your blocks, dropping things, taking on, let's see what the rest of the reading is. This could be that you've taken on a lot of responsibility. Like, I get the feeling some of you have had to be like the strong one in a situation. It could be a familial situation or a friendship situation or work. Okay, you have 2 of Wands, you have the Lovers. This is Gemini, and this is Gemini season. 2 of Cups, 7 of Cups, the Hanged Man, 3 of Pentacles. Very interesting, because you also have release your blocks, assess the situation. Let me see where I want to go with this. So 10 of Wands. Again, things feel like they've been very heavy or very thick. Or has there been enough breathing room around you, just in your general life? And it feels like if you've taken on a lot of responsibility, whether, Taurus, you have taken it on yourself or if it has been placed upon you, because sometimes it's not by your hand, but by in your lap, which means somebody else has done something and put something upon you that wasn't yours, right? And you're looking. Like, you're searching. 2 of Wands. It's like sitting at the window just dreaming of a different reality. Dreaming of a different reality. And maybe one that is full of passion and heat and fire and balance and harmony. right? The Lovers, Gemini energy. So again, I would say look in your chart to see where Gemini is in your chart. And I will just say, this is, I think, the only card in this deck. This is Gemini, right? The Lovers is Gemini energy. The opposite, or the balancing energy of Gemini, is Sagittarius, which is the full moon we are having. And I bring that up because this Gemini has the Sagittarius arrow on her shoulder. Again, seeking balance. You have the Two of Wands. Twos are about balance and harmony. You have the Two of Cups. Union, a balanced union. For some of you, this could be a love connection, or it could be you're finally letting yourself feel. And I say that in that way because you have the Nine of Wands. So in the traditional Rider-Waite, the Nine of Wands can be like the wounded warrior. But it feels like there's been a protection or a barrier that you have put up. Now again, if you've taken on a lot in life, again, whether it's your home life, your work life, or even like your friend zone, right? If you've taken on a lot, you could have very well like put a barrier up around yourself, saying like, I can't do any more. Like, I need to break free from all of this. Like, there has to be a better way to live this life. One that is in harmony and union and that feels easy flowing, not something that is forced and feeling stuck. You have dreams. And I get the feeling you have some unrealized dreams, Taurus, that you know have been unrealized, that you know you haven't tapped into. Again, maybe something else was keeping you from them. You have unrealized dreams, and they're starting to make their way to the surface. And this is where the expect the unexpected. This is where the plot twist can come in, because this is water, right? Cups are associated with the element of water. Water is your emotions. It is your intuition. So if you're not releasing and finding your way out of this situation, if you allow yourself to stay closed off, your emotions will come flooding out, like all over the place. And you're going, what the hell is this? And you maybe have been trying so hard to keep control, or to keep yourself stable. It's stability. Keep yourself financially stable, right? But controlling life in and of itself, we can't really do that, right? We have to let the unexpected come in. If this is the case, if you have unrealized dreams and they're building up inside of you, something is going to break. It's going to come forward, almost like a deep emotional release. And in doing so, like, you get to see things from a different perspective, from a less grounded perspective and a more intuitive perspective. So, Gemini, we're in Gemini season, so this is the season for Gemini. That is a mutable sign. Sagittarius is its balancing opposite. That is a mutable sign. It is the full moon in Sagittarius. I would expect some breakthrough is going to be happening around that full moon. If not, then on June 9th. Just keep that date in mind. A new perspective is coming your way, Taurus. But if you choose to resist it, that's your choice. It's going to happen anyway. So take a deep breath and then exhale. And, this is about surrender. Right? You have the card of the shapeshifter. So you have the ability to shift into change and to dive into different worlds. This is a different world that's coming your way. It's a different world that is already within you. It's just making its way forward. And that new world will bring a new community for you. It will bring different types of people in, and different adventures and different ways of moving and living through this in this world. So when these things happen, and we all go through this, I go through this, and this is the stuff that I do, but I still go through it. when we are met, when we have resistance, something comes up and we resist it, right? And we put up a barrier and we say no because, oh, I've got more important things to do than to live the calling of my soul. Resistance is the door to opportunity. It is a door that is asking you to open me. It is the door to the healing. It's the thing that you don't want to see, but you don't even know what you don't want to see. You just know that that's unfamiliar. You don't want to deal with anything unfamiliar, but that is what's being asked of you. To trust in you, to dive into another world within your own self. Find your inner shaman, dive into that world within your own self. We're all here to grow and to evolve. It is said that we grow and evolve at the pace of safety, which means that we busy ourselves and never do it. By the way, the card underneath that is the Fool, which is a new beginning, starting a fresh venture after the Hanged Man. So if we continue, and not just you, like all of us, if we continue to evolve and change and to grow at the pace of safety, we will always be stuck. We will always have this underlying emotion trying to push us, trying to push the gates open that we have fought so hard to close ourselves in on, and we've busied ourselves up so much that we forget it's even there. But maybe we evolve and grow at the pace of wisdom. Wisdom is innately within you. You will innately know when it's time to make a change. The thing is, when you sit there and go, oh, I can't move here, I can't do that, I can't give this up, I can't do that. That's resistance. Your invitation is to look at what that resistance is and where it came from. And is there truth behind it? And you can analyze and make anything true, but is it really true, or is it a false truth that you made up in your story? You're learning a lot about yourself here, Taurus. Your ability to be flexible and to let life pivot on a dime because you're strong enough. All of this will bring you the harmony and the easy flow that you know you want. It will bring you the stability that you're looking for, the material stability of life. And in the process, you'll learn a new perspective. This is probably more about yourself than the world around you. And then when the opportunity comes, or maybe you're pushed into it, to start something new and fresh, you'll say, wait a minute, yeah, I'm working on me. I'm going to trust that when this keeps coming up, I'm going to trust this is the way I should go. I will assess the situation, and I will take things apart one block at a time. I would deconstruct the things that are now holding me back. Taurus, I love this. I love this. But I'm a mutable sign, so of course I love this stuff, right? Let's pull your animal spirit. Let's see what animal energy is calling you, right? So, yeah. Like, what animal spirit is working with our Taurian friends, like, to help you get through this, to help you navigate this without digging your feet into the ground, but exhaling and letting the wave of emotions, right? Let the tidal wave, like, soften the earth underneath of you so you can pick your feet up and actually, you can step over this fence, this boundary. And maybe that's the boundary that needs to be deconstructed. Not that we should not have boundaries, because we all need boundaries. But maybe the boundaries are just a little rigid. Taurus, your animal spirit, the tiger of fire. I love it. I choose to be unstoppable. My passion is my power. I am bold. I am brave. Mighty forces come to my aid. I just love the artistry in these cards. So, and you might see a tiger somewhere, like going through flipping through a book or going through, social media. You might see a commercial with a tiger in it. Like I'm a big fan of symbols, so that would be that would be a yes. Like, is this the right time for me to do this? The answer would be yes. Maybe you're going to do aerial yoga. Maybe someone invites you to aerial yoga, and you go, I've never done that before. Yes, why not, right? Why not? Let's pull your angel card, Taurus, and see what angel energy is working with you to help you, navigate these unexpected pivots of life and to carry you into your next phase, because we are all evolving. So just exhale and take the dive. And let's see. The angel spirit is guiding you here. Vanessa. To make your decision, ask yourself, which brings me closer to my divine purpose? Which takes me away from it? So notice it doesn't say which leads me to personal comfort and which makes me uncomfortable. Leaning into your divine purpose, right, is a big step. It is much harder to follow your divine purpose, your soul contract, especially if it is one that is rooted in spirituality or being a spiritual leader or teacher. That is so much harder for most than to sit in the things, that pull you away from that and go into the regular. So again, Vanessa, to make your decision, and again, right, assess the situation. You're assessing. Which brings you closer to your divine purpose, your soul contract on this world? What keeps you away from it? What takes you away from it? Again, it's not about comfort or discomfort in the human form. This is asking you to dive deeper into the essence of you. And if you would like to figure out how to do that, you can reach out. We can do a reading for you. And I'm also offering if you want to schedule a little mini reading, I have a summer solstice special. It's a reading for the summer. So it will take you for 3 months. And it's $99. It's a 45-minute reading. And we'll just kind of go over what the summer holds for you and the best guidance for you for your summer as you start to navigate these shifts and changes. But anyway, Taurus, that is your reading for Gemini season. If you like this video, if you've gained some clarity or insight, feel free to share this with another Taurus or out to your community. Maybe like the video, maybe subscribe to the channel. But until next time, enjoy your Gemini season and enjoy the full moon in Sagittarius. And I send you light and love. I'll see you soon.